What's up, folks? Back once again. Thank you guys for checking in. Today we have a very special guest, like very special, very dear to me, my heart, my family. The one and only, my sister, the youngest sibling I have, the most troublesome. But this
hey
is
guys.
her. She's pretending to be nice, but she's not that nice. Believe me. I know.
There we go.
So what's up, sis? What brings you to the set today?
Alright, so I'm visiting this guy.
The one and only.
It's Christmas, and so I decided to give him a pleasant surprise.
Yes.
Because we haven't spent Christmas together in 17 years.
Yes, that's 10, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yes, which is weird because we live right across the border.
Yeah, I know, but I never celebrated Christmas truly since about 17 years ago. And
it's always something that comes up.
yeah, it's always something. And then, like I said, I'm never in the mood. And you begged me like forever. He's like, come for Christmas. I'm just like, no. So this year I wanted to be different.
Yes, she's actually trying to be nice this year.
Yeah, this year I decided to be nice.
She even surprised me, her and Kita. I was wondering what was going on. Blindfolded and
Guys,
stuff.
it was the
like,
best surprise ever.
Wait, we gotta talk about the guy.
Oh my gosh.
But then, there's this random bus driver. When I opened
It was the driver?
It was the driver.
No.
I took off the scarf, and he was right behind her. So he was there, like, smiling and stuff. So then he like, hey, you guys want to take a picture? But we were so, like, in the moment, we're hugging each other and stuff, we completely ignored the guy.
Oh my god.
And the man walked back in the bus. I was like, wait a minute, why y'all do the man so?
I did not see the guy because my back was turned towards him. Mm-hmm. And like you said, we were in the moment. Yeah. And all I heard was, you guys want a photo? And I did not turn around because you guys didn't bother with him. So I didn't either.
No, I think he was with you guys.
No!
Anyway, well, thank you very much for coming and visiting me. It means a lot.
Aww.
Finally, we actually get to do a podcast in person at that, even better.
Yeah.
Most importantly, spend some time, short time, but a little time is better than none, because these days you never know what's going to happen.
Most definitely.
Especially with this whole COVID thing, this strain, 25 strains. It's like you don't have no idea what's going on, to be honest. So most of the time, I don't really pay too much attention to it. Sometimes it's good to know, I keep up to date, but sometimes knowing too much of certain things drive you, put you in a mood, and that's all that's on your mind. For me, you gotta live life. Stay safe, keep clean, keep your distance, watch your crowds and all that, but it's all you can do. You can't really do anything. You don't know what's real, what's not, how severe it is, how it isn't. There's all this division between who believe this, who should get vaccine, who don't, and it's too much mix-up. It's just another thing that's, people are already divided too much to be adding something else to create more division. Like there's family who don't even speak to each other or spend any time together because, you're not vaccinated, you can't come to my house, and like shipping us like that.
Yeah, there are people who really take it seriously.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take it seriously.
Yeah, but some people really...
what's more important is your time and your family, and then what usually happens, unfortunately, is something bad happened and you say, I wish I knew. I wish I had more time, type of thing. So, most of the time what I do, I just chill, watch some podcasts, TV shows.
Well, I don't have a choice.
Movies, play some games. You don't have a choice? Why not?
In terms of avoiding everything, because that's what I do.
What do you do? Tell the people in the man. Tell the people in the man.
It's my everyday life. Like being in the ER, seeing how everything is unavoidable. You just have to face it. Like we can run away from it. Like some time ago, I took a break and I just went to the water. I'm just like, oh my god, this is such a relief. Like you're out here and everything is so still.
Yeah.
But then when you step back into the hospital, reality hits. Like this is real life. This is happening. You can't ignore it no matter how much you run from it. But we're just at a point where we have to truly accept that this is happening right now. Yeah.
Well, there's still some people in denial. I don't know what. It's like dumping counts.
I know.
It's like you gotta catch up to know.
Right?
It's
not real. I'm like, okay, whatever. What do you say?
You can doubt certain things or question. Well, you're supposed to question things. You shouldn't just be told something and just believe it.
Right.
But you still can't be in 2022 almost, going on like 3 years and be like, no, it's not real. What?
It's a hoax. Like, seriously? No, I, like, recently, someone told me that. I can't even remember who told me that.
Yeah.
But they were serious. They were like, oh, I still believe it's a hoax. Like, okay.
But my thing usually is, all right, I understand and I respect your belief.
Yeah.
Where's your source? Some guy in the leaky basement. Well, this is your source? He's a doctor. You got disbarred. I mean, stuff does happen, but really, all your sources is some shady guy?
I don't even carry on conversations when it's going that direction.
Yeah, so
I just ended with okay.
So other than that, like, what do you do to relax? Just get your mind off stuff. What kind of TV shows you watch, podcasts, etc.?
In my spare time, well, whatever time I have.
Yes.
Lately, I've only been watching Money Heist. Have you been catching up with that? Like,
I watched the last season.
Really?
Nah.
It was good. It was good.
It was better than the other seasons?
I can't compare it.
The whole thing was good, but for me, after a while, I kind of get bored of seeing the same thing, type of thing.
Oh.
Like, you get in some hostage situation and take forever to get out, and you get into another one. It's like, why do you guys keep making these choices? It's like watching Walking Dead. It's good, but then it's like, all right, how many times are you going to do the same thing, you know? For me, I don't like repetitive too much.
But then, that's all part of it is 2 heists, right? I think. 2?
I feel like it's 5.
No. And then besides that, it's just been Power.
Yeah.
Power Book 2.
Oh, just regular Power?
No, the Power Book 2.
Okay, so you watched like Raising Kanan and the other ones?
I did. I did.
All of them was good. 50
yeah.
50.
I always remember someone saying 50 is turning stars into a drug dealer. A drug dealing channel. And it's so true because there are like a few other shows, right? Mm. Is he the producer for BMF?
BMF, yeah.
I have not seen that yet.
And BMF is really good too. You know what? To be honest, everything he touches is, and especially anything he's ever done, business-wise, movie-wise, even music, is very, very intelligent guy. Very business savvy. All his shows are good. One of the ones I like the most, which is probably the most underrated, is ABC for Life.
Oh.
Yeah, ABC for Life.
You know, I enjoy that. I did. Yeah. Like, but
it get a little too emotional, like,
yeah, it did.
Type, but it's very interesting
because I was keeping up with it,
yeah.
And then the last couple of episodes, I have not seen them.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah,
I know Power and all that stuff is exciting, or For Life is actually about
a true story.
True story. Isaac Wright Jr., guy who first person was indicted on the drug kingpin law, but he was actually falsely accused and imprisoned for 9 years. Became a prison rep, passed the bar, got his license, became a lawyer, and actually won his appeal to free himself. And got sworn in as a lawyer in the very same court that he got sentenced 9 years earlier. It's very, very, very good. Very nice story. Yeah, and I think he's actually running for either mayor or governor of New York.
Yeah, one of them.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly which one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely check it out. Shout out to 50 doing his thing. Yeah. But the other good thing too is, it's also another good thing when, you know, people who either from like the culture or something is able to tell some of these people's
stories. Yeah.
Because you only know what you hear from the news or a newspaper or whatever, and then there's always misconceptions or whatever. So it's nice if you go to the family and people who actually was there, and you come together and you can actually try and put it in like a drama.
And these are forgotten stories. These are people who, you know,
people you don't even remember about. Been in jail for like 30, 40, 50 years. Kind of like, what's his name? Larry Hoover, like Drake and Kanye was doing the concert for the other day.
So. And it's great that, you know, these people come and find these random stories, these untold stories.
Yeah. So somebody's got to tell them. Like, speaking of Kanye, what's going on with this guy lately?
I have no idea.
Is he back to regular old Kanye or what?
I don't know. Like,
do we still love Kanye? What's going on?
I don't know. So with the whole divorce thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like everybody was, when he was going through his stuff, everybody's like, "Oh, Kanye should leave," right? Mm-hmm. And then you hear the divorce comes out, and it's like people were expecting him to be back to normal, but then there he is now, still begging Kim to come back. So I'm just a bit confused with the whole divorce thing. In all honesty, I don't know how to feel about it. Yeah, I think Kim should just. I think she did the right thing.
Why?
Because Kanye was just too much.
Too much what? In what sense?
He was just... First of all, he embarrassed her. He totally embarrassed. When he was going through his stuff, he was ranting a lot. Mm-hmm. And I think yes, everybody is gonna get a blow when it comes to like mental illness and like people having those episodes. Everybody's gonna get a fair share, you know. But I think it was just too public, and a lot of things was just unnecessary. And I think she really realized it and was like, okay, this can't keep happening. Like, I've stood by you through it all, and I can only handle just as much. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, understandable. But what about the other side where, who's that I heard say that? J. Cole, false prophet. A lot of people always assume a lot of that song was about Kanye, and some of the lines, maybe it was, maybe it wasn't, but some of it you can definitely tell. Parts of it was about him. And one of the things he was saying, which I totally agree with, is he's going through all this stuff and he's crying out for help. Nobody's helping. So the people closest to him should have realized, okay, he hasn't been the same since he lost his mom. And when you lose a parent, you never become the same.
I agree.
As you and I know, we've never the same since our mom wasn't here physically. A lot of things change.
Yeah.
For him, it's a mixture of that fame, annoying people. People are annoying him. People trying to rob him. You can't go anywhere. You can't be normal again. People are always in your face. That's not a very difficult thing to deal with. That alone was a nice luck. And then with him, you know, everything that he do, a lot of times he speak the truth. A lot of people like to crucify the guy, but you know what? The fact that he is bold enough to say the truth, and some people are like, oh, he shouldn't have said that. I mean, if it was someone else, no one would have cared.
Right.
Let's be honest. If Kim Kardashian said half the things he did, it would not be the same. If someone else said something, they wouldn't be the same. But just because it's him. So everything he says, either gets... A lot of times stuff is just for clickbait too. The time when he said slavery was a choice. That was just like the headline, everything. Everyone ran with it. Oh, F Kanye, we're not dealing with him anymore. It's like, did you watch the 40-minute interview? No.
I didn't.
There you go.
He just said it for real.
No, he did say it, but he explained what he meant.
Okay.
And that's the thing. People don't look for explanation. They don't do research. They just look for the title of what TMZ or whatever posts on it. That's it. And then you just base your opinion off of something you have no clue about. Like, you think he just went there and just said that and left? No. Like, there's a 40... Well, it is, yeah, but still. No, that's not what happened. It was a whole interview.
All right.
I know it was at least 40 minutes. I think it might have been like part 1 and 2. It was 40 minutes, or it was over an hour and something.
Okay.
But it was more than that. So at least look at that, and then... Because I had people tell me, oh, do you know what Kanye West... Oh, why could you say that? I'm like, did you watch the interview first thing? No. All right, well, you don't have an opinion. And if you listen to this guy from his career, since the beginning to now, listen to things he's been saying. Some of it is weird. Some of it is uncalled for. Some of it is... I think it's deliverance. The way he delivers things sometimes is what catches people.
Okay.
Like, he's a little harsh. He doesn't say it properly enough. I think it's just his deliverance. But there's nothing crazy or weird that he's saying. There's nothing he's been saying that Jay-Z hasn't been saying all his career. Problem is, no one listened to Jay-Z. People only wanted to hear Jay-Z talk about popping bottles. Like, this guy's been telling you about ownership and working together and all that stuff since 96. People started hearing that in 444. That's what, 3 years ago? Like, was it 25 years ago his first album came out? So now you're catching up? For me, I'm a family guy. I'm a family person. For me, you gotta do everything you can. Keep your family together and all
I
that.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
If it's just not worth it, okay. If it's just...
But then in the case where you would just say that...
It's almost like saying it's his fault, if you look at it that way.
No, not entirely. But I'm going back to what you said where he said a lot of people influenced her. Right? I think if that's how he feels, then he have to somewhat put not the blame, but you have to be like, she should have been smart enough to filter, you know?
Yes, I know.
You know, because as I said, she still needs her family to support her because she's not accustomed to that.
Yes, I understand.
You know,
it's difficult.
It's not easy when, you know, dealing with mental illness, especially when nobody in your family.
Again, that's where you gotta watch.
Kanye has his own place.
You gotta, no. The home that he lived, and if you listen to his music again, Drake Champ's interview, where he was talking about, he realized money isn't, I can't quote exactly what he said, but he basically was trying to say, he realized money isn't really that important. Relationships are.
Okay.
So he was like, I randomly went to St. Vincent, right? I didn't have any money, but I call up John. John was like, hey man, I have an empty house. You can stay there.
Okay.
I didn't bring any clothes. I just had this he had this bag. He called this his house. This was his house. His house was like this big. He's like, this is my house. I still have my phone or whatever. He was like, I didn't even have any clothes. This friend gave me, from this company, gave me clothes or whatever. So he's like, good currency or whatever is when you are able to live life and be able to survive without material things.
Okay, sure.
So he was saying too, again, he was trying to build a community for people like underprivileged, like married kids, disadvantaged youth.
All right. My whole thing is, you said, Kanye doesn't live anywhere.
So he doesn't stay like one
place.
Or
you can't, what do you say? Good currency is whatever.
Good currency is relationships. Relationships is a
okay,
currency.
Fine, sure, whatever. But you're saying he doesn't live in it. You're talking about the guy who was sleeping in which one of those car places?
There you go.
No.
He was sleeping in the stadium to finish the album. There you go.
Which other homeless person sleeping and could afford to sleep in the stadium?
First of all, correction, the word is homeless. It's shelterless.
Okay.
The word is everyone's home.
Uh-huh.
So y'all stop calling people bums and homeless. Right?
Listen.
It's
which one who have access to wherever he was
people with money.
Exactly.
He paid for it, but guess what? The promotion, all that stuff raised over like $12 million or whatever, so he paid off.
Okay, fair enough.
Promotion, because people paid to go and see it, right?
But Kanye should not say he does not have a home. I think that's...
Because he doesn't... A home is... classify a home. There you go.
Fine, with no family. That's what he should say. He's away from his family, but not...
He does say that. That's what I'm saying. He does say all that stuff, but no one listens to that.
He
does say all that, yeah.
I just can't, because he could go to any home, as you said. He has home.
Yeah, so that's not really a home.
Okay,
home is where you are with your family. That's where you are happy, where you love coming back to. He doesn't have that because he's not there. He's not there with his family. All by himself.
I wish Kim the best. Girl, live your life.
Nah, you see that? It's so unfair. That's society right there. You wish Kim... Listen. So what about Kanye? Again, that's his family. He loves his family, and... Good luck. Hope you guys do what you gotta do.
And for real. Speaking of divorce, though, did you see Megan Good and
I know nothing about that.
Devin Franklin?
What happened? It's from the new show she did or something?
That show, I have not seen it, but I saw one clip with Megan, and I'm just like, I don't know. I think, but then it was it's brought to light that they've been separated for about 4 months now. So I don't know.
I don't pay attention to them. I don't care.
I don't know, but I think it's just.
Just what?
Sad in a way.
Why is it sad?
I'm not surprised, but it's like, we thought...
Why is it sad?
Because, honestly, it just seems like she changed a lot for that marriage. And we thought it was a good thing. You find someone...
Why was she before?
She was just free. More free. We're going to leave that. More free. She was more free.
So she's in a cage now?
No, but you can tell when someone has... change. He is a pastor, and she became a little bit more conservative. You can definitely see it. We didn't even see her on the screen for like a really long time. We don't see her. I can't remember the last time I've seen her before. No, but I've seen her in a couple of stuff.
She does a lot of directing and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she does a lot of work behind the scenes as well.
So you see, it could have been like that. Maybe she switched from on camera to behind the scenes. So there's a lot changed with her, and everybody saw it.
Yeah.
So it makes you question, I don't know.
She changed for him?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I think everybody gotta have their own choice to do what they want.
I agree.
Will suit themselves or their partner.
I agree. We have to see if that's how she feels, because we will see it. You will see the change. If she feels like she did change for the match.
You will see the change. I don't pay attention. I don't care.
I think everybody's looking forward to see it. Okay, everybody's looking forward to see it. Yeah, some people.
Don't.
Some people are. Some people are like, okay, I'm going back to old Megan.
I don't care.
Doesn't
matter to me. Whatever. It's not like I ever seen a movie came out like, oh, Megan Good's in this. I need to go see it. Never.
But there are people like that. There are people like that. As soon as you see Megan, they're like, okay.
I'm sure there are people. That's just not me.
But for instance, for the show, what's it called? Harlem? I don't even know what's it called. But she's the only person that I saw that I know in it. To be honest, I'm like, okay, I gotta check it out. To be honest, no, for real.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the show.
Megan Good's in it.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, if she's fit, it must be good.
You can't be a movie critic or a show critic.
I don't know. I think because I rarely hear people talk about it, but now people are like,
no, people are talking about it because of that clip. that people kept posting around. That's again, maybe that's the only thing that's in there.
And it's Megan. Trust me, if it was somebody else, they would not be going off like that. But because it's Megan.
No, because she's a church girl. That is why. Which would make sense. Again, if you watch interviews, she was on Charlemagne's show. God's Honest Truth. Make sure y'all check that out too. And he was asking her exactly that question. Do you think? I think he said something like she kind of watched the type of roles that she'd take on or whatever. So he was like, well, in the new show, like that specific clip, he was like, do you really think, when you play your roles so good that people have this perception that's exactly what you are like in real life? But she was like, not really or whatever, but some people get stuck in certain roles or whatever.
Right.
So maybe that's the whole reason why that was going around. Because I'm telling you, again, if Kim Kardashian did that show, that scene, nobody would have... People would have been just passing it around. Oh my gosh, Kim, you're whatever. But because of her, that's my problem with stuff that's just passed around, shared. It just depends on who it is. If it's a church person, oh my gosh, how could she do that? Everyone know what's best for you, and what you should or shouldn't do. I don't know.
You gotta see how it goes.
Yeah, but I don't really know anything about her, to be honest. But either of them.
It was just admirable. A lot of people.
If it was genuine or whatever.
Yeah,
it's cool.
A lot of people expected somewhat to last. Many didn't. But it's unfortunate at the end of the day. Divorce is unfortunate.
Yeah, it's all about perspective and choices, to be honest. Because it depends on who did what. Like, I remember when Vincent was talking about single ladies and all your stuff in the box to the left and whatever and all that. That was everybody's anthem. But whatever Jay-Z did, he did. I didn't see her divorce. I didn't hear no one say nothing. You see?
We're talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Double standard.
They're worth how much effort to gather a plus by themselves. They're built so much. You think no.
So what? Kim and Kanye didn't?
Yeah, but stability. They're unstable. Kanye is unstable. When one party is unstable, then there's a higher chance of everything crashing.
What told you he was unstable? How do you know he's not better? Don't forget, anybody who ever say anything out loud that a lot of people or certain people don't like, it's called crazy, first of all. As Dave Chappelle stated, never call someone crazy, it's dismissive.
Right.
That's the whole point. Chappelle left 50 million, oh, he's crazy. It's like, no, the guy just has standards and morals. He didn't like certain things and he just realized he was being trapped, so he left. He preferred his freedom. That meant more to him than a bucket of money, which they brought to him. He was labeled crazy for years.
Right.
For like 5-6 years when he went to Africa. First thing they'll do, they'll call you crazy.
But, come on. I didn't call Kanye crazy. I called it what it is, okay?
He has bipolar disorder and it's normal, it's natural, it's in a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's like people who can agree together, right? And some woman will say, all right, I'm going to take you to court for child support. All right. If you're a guy and you're taking care of your kid, why would you take your guy to court? You can only see his kid one time a week, a weekend, or one time a month. Or you take the kid and you move however far away because you have a new boyfriend or whatever. Now we have to book time to try and see his kid. Who does that hurt? A lot of times women do that stuff out of spite. The only person who hurts is the kid.
I agree.
End of the day, family's the only thing that you gotta do whatever you can. If you and that guy can't work together, cool, y'all sit down, y'all talk it out. But end of the day, the family is what matters, which is the kid. So you always try and make it work, type of thing. That's just me.
I just think he does a little too much, and I can understand because that's just how Capricorns are. But
okay, let me ask you something. This sign thing. Y'all know anything about astrology? Because a lot of people like to talk about it. Oh, you must be a Virgo.
But no, I think they're real. No. I recently met a friend, and we were talking. Right? And we instantly realized like we had so much in common. And I was like, what's your sign? Because I don't really ask people that whole thing. But randomly, I was like, what's your sign? And they were like, a Taurus. And I'm like, that makes sense. Because they say Taurus and Capricorn.
Who's they? Who are these they?
The horoscopes.
The horoscope does not say that. What is that fine print? I've never seen
the horoscope said that Capricorns and Taurus are compatible.
Really? So maybe we don't get along.
That's what I said. I was on to say that.
So
I was
it's not like
no.
You see?
That's what I said. I was like, that's so crazy. It's like we seem so cool, but in real life, like, I have a brother, and we're just, I don't know. But then they were like, it's family. I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
Wow, yeah. Convenient.
They're like, it's family.
Oh, you were, okay, I don't worry.
That was it. That was the conclusion we came to. That was the conclusion.
I respect astrology as far as going back to like the ancient times of like the Egyptians and them studying all that stuff.
Right.
A lot of stuff they figured out people still haven't till this day. Like just simple stuff as how to build a pyramid and decipher a lot of hieroglyphics and all that. But anyways, for me, I think you have to actually know these things before you call stuff. I find a lot of people just, you know, you have them the messages Twitter to send you on a daily basis. Them just shipping this people just read and just act like it. No. What's his name? I heard two people say the last time that song was the best. Rory and Mal. They were like, stop blaming a sign for your bad behavior.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people do that. Oh, it's just because no, because you're a horrible person. Don't blame Sagittarius.
Like I said, it depends.
They have nothing to do with it.
No, you can definitely
Okay, define Taurus. What is a Taurus like?
I don't know. You.
So what?
You.
Me? All right. Yeah. Consider it.
Whatever you want to describe yourself as.
Bold, confident, determined, stubborn. I'll just leave it at that. Right?
Okay.
You know, much people are like, "Oh, you're like this way." I'm like, okay.
No, but for me.
Wait, and then they go, "Oh, you must be a Virgo." I'm like, "No." Oh, Sagittarius. No. Oh, so what sign are you? Taurus. See, I knew it. No, you didn't. You just you're wrong like 2-3 times. No, you didn't know. So stop acting like you actually know this stuff.
I think I am exactly what they say Capricorns are. Very determined.
Or do you follow it? So you
no,
okay, so I'm determined. I'm a Capricorn.
No. They say Capricorns have an extra level of drive.
Extra level.
No, for real. Because they say all signs are half goat.
So who's measuring this stuff?
I don't know.
You see?
We don't know. We invented it.
It's the Egyptians.
Exactly. And we have to believe what they said. They said the Capricorn half goat.
They didn't say that. Show me the hieroglyph.
Half goats, okay.
Show me the hieroglyph.
Right? And when you think about goats and how they are, like
greatest of all time?
Yes.
So if you're the greatest of all time, would you act like it?
That's what I said. I understand LeBron. I understand why he is the way he is.
So you understand Jay-Z?
But what I'm saying is how he delivers it.
How he delivers it. How is
There's a thin line between confidence and cockiness.
So when he said, I think, or it is brought to my attention, or people say, how does he deliver it? It doesn't matter what way he say it. It'll be the same outcome from some people who always say that. How would you say it if you're the greatest of all time? Okay, Serena's the greatest.
I'll say it like how Little Baby says, I don't call myself a goat. I leave that up to the people. You know? Exactly. You leave it up to the people. Like, you can believe it for yourself personally. I
don't believe it.
You can carry it.
He don't believe that. Because if people say he's garbage, he's going to be bad. He's not garbage. But if people said that, he'll be mad. People like hear the truth when it's not about them.
That is true.
You know? What about Ben Simmons? If Ben Simmons said he was the GOAT, everyone would be upset. If he says he's garbage, everyone would be cool with that because they believe that. Jay-Z believe he's the GOAT. Most people look at him as that. LeBron, at least up his era. The whole debate between him and Jordan, I don't know. Some people prefer. It just depends. For me, Michael Jordan is a completely dominant guy. But of course, we also gotta give Scotty, Kerr, and especially, most importantly, Rodman.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about Rodman, but if Rodman wasn't on defense, they would have never won half the rings they did.
Right.
That's a specific reason why Phil Jackson went and got Rodman. You know what I mean? So it just depends. LeBron.
I think LeBron crosses the thin line often.
Why I would give it more to LeBron is because he's never had a solid team around him the entire time.
Okay.
It's like me debating people with Messi and Ronaldo type of thing. For me, I think Messi's a much better player because he's more
a lot of people do.
Most people say Ronaldo.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. I think Messi because he's a more humble guy.
Yeah. He's a more humble
guy. But there you go.
What
is humble? Humble is
exactly. What? And why would you say Ronaldo's not?
But he disrespects people on the field, so.
Oh, and LeBron doesn't disrespect people on the court?
No, I mean how he plays. Like he'll make people.
That's what I said.
He'll make people.
That's exactly what LeBron does.
You're supposed to do that. If you have that gift, you're supposed to. That's why you get paid.
Oh my god.
That's why people love you. That's why you made it. The guy, you know, the people who never made it, the people who was afraid to show it. I can't.
I agree. I like I said, I agree why LeBron is I understand. But my thing is, he crosses the thin line often.
But what line?
Between cockiness and confidence.
But what is cocky?
As you said, he made people look stupid. No, for real.
Everybody who's good does.
I understand again, and I agree.
And that's not their fault.
But I said he crosses it often.
You know who says it the best, and I 100% agree with him. Busta Rhymes.
What he said?
He was like, I know you're humble and all that, but F that.
But what?
But F that.
Okay.
And that's simple. He doesn't need to explain anything else.
I get it.
The whole point is, I know you're humble and all that, but forget that shit.
Right.
The people who tell you to be humble is people who are not good at something or jealous or whatever.
I agree.
Why is he so good? Why is he acting like that?
I agree.
Maybe you should get some self-esteem and bring your game up.
No, trust me, I believe that way too. That's the Capricorn in me. That's the Capricorn in me. I'm like, no, because that's just how we are. Like for instance, Jake Paul. Yeah. I don't know if he recently had a match against I can't remember his opponent, but he won by a knockout. And they were saying, like, a lot of people was so shocked, but it's like he won before. He won a couple of times before. He's beaten other people. But I saw someone said, just a friendly reminder, Jake Paul is a Capricorn. Whatever he sets his mind to, he will get that.
But that's the thing. Jake Paul he's just basically extending his YouTube brand.
Exactly.
He wouldn't take a real fight. So for me, I don't care how much people he beat who's not a real boxer. It doesn't matter. Do I think he's cocky? Not really. I think he's very confident. But one thing about him, he takes whatever he does seriously, and I commend that. A lot of people hate it because, again, he gets paid with boxers who actually box don't.
Exactly.
And that's why a lot of people hate it. So that's why a lot of people would call him cocky. So for me, I mean, an MMA guy should be a worthy opponent, but it's not a real boxer. Fight a real boxer.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's so. What's going on with your island, man? You didn't go home for Christmas. That would have been nice though.
Yeah, Christmas back home would have been awesome.
Yeah, get some nice black cake, fresh ham, beach, everything. Go by people's house, see what they cook.
I know the Christmas that would have been the real Christmas vibe. Even though like a lot of people back there are like, oh, I don't feel Christmas, but for us who've been longing for that, I think it truly would have been a vibe. And
that's a huge difference between Christmas in the U.S., Canada, and the islands. Everybody go by each other, see what they cook. Everybody go by one another.
Yeah, same way here, but not as
family.
Yeah, family. Just
but
family.
Not people like your neighborhood and not even neighbors. Really, so very good on connecting here. Very, 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 very. But yeah, so what's going on with your country, man? What is my country tour? I shouldn't say that.
See how he did something, Vincent? Y'all see this stuff. Y'all hear it?
I don't disown him. I'm just a little disappointed with certain things as far as like advancements goes. Moving forward, it seems like we're just stagnant.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to watch like Barbados, become a republic.
Don't get me started, Barbados.
Take down certain things that doesn't represent honesty, truth, history, and all that stuff.
It's really great to see Barbados, the point they've gotten to. It's amazing.
And everyone have the potential to do that, but why it's not being done, or why it's not known, or
we don't know.
Like Iron Man. Who's Iron Man? Go do your homework. Everybody from St. Vincent, tell me who's the Iron Man in the comments below. I'll wait.
I'm gonna be honest, I do not know.
Maybe you do know.
I don't know if I know and I can't remember.
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you don't know. Because I went to school, I paid attention, I did all the history classes.
I did too, but like I said, I truly don't know if I can't remember. So I
don't think they ever told us. And even if they did, it's like, alright, it wasn't something that was important enough to
remember. That's what I'm saying.
Like Joseph Shackey or something.
Right.
Well, why isn't there a Joseph Shackey statue?
Isn't there?
Where? My point.
Isn't there?
The biggest and only statue really known in the country.
I think there is one.
Where?
Stein Hill, fancy, somewhere. Where they have those, Heroes Day, National Heroes Day.
So that's the only time you talk about the man?
Yeah.
Nah, that's disrespectful.
I'm being honest.
See, you see Iron Man every day in town, but you see Shackey one time a year?
Yeah.
Nah, that's not cool.
Unfortunately, yes, they have a whole day dedicated to Shackey. So it's like...
Nah, that's not okay. That's disrespectful, like Black History Month. Really?
We're 1 month, right?
You
that'd be like...
All that history, you bring down to 1 month? It's not even 1 month.
Right? You gotta be like Whitney, make it a whole year. But I think they should have I think okay, maybe I'm really imagining things. Maybe I can't remember for real. I would like to think there is. And the funny thing is, I've actually been to the Sign Hill event once, so I can't remember. But I think they do. I think they do, don't they? I think they do. I would honestly have to find out.
Oh, I put in Joseph Shetty, Iron Man come up too. Disrespectful.
Because they brought related stuff to the country.
They ain't related.
I think they do, but I would have to find out, truly. But in terms of...
You have Shetty Memorial, Dorchester Hill, but what is that? What is that?
Oh, that's all there is for real.
What is that, the obelisk?
Yeah.
The obelisk is an ancient symbol from Africa. They took like 5 of them and transported them in London, DC, France, and somewhere else. Stolen stuff. I think Rome, middle of the capital. This has nothing to do with Shetty. But there's Iron Man though. Oh, see? Obelisk. At Dorchester Hill.
Right.
It's an obelisk. It's from Africa. From Kemet, Egypt. This is in DC, if you've seen this before.
Right.
Nothing to do with Shetty. Anyways, where we need to like a petition or something, man. Like,
do it.
Get some more of our people to be national heroes and stuff about them. Learn about the history.
I agree. I feel like there needs to be an update.
Like it's disrespectful. All the Caribs do and the
I think
for the islands, like really.
But no, I think there needs to be an update.
Yes.
In terms of like, it's been too long. The last person that was truly honored would have been who? Milton Cato.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wasn't the guy with education? What was his name again? There's one for like pharmacists and stuff like that.
Right.
But anyways, there should be more.
I just think they need to do an update because, like James Mitchell, the passing of him.
Yes, rest in peace, Mitchell. Yeah. The man that guy did a lot for the country. Served for a very long time. He's one of the most loved people on the islands. So.
And I think.
And again, sorry to cut you off. This is where I believe in showing people love and family and all that stuff. Don't wait till people dead. Transition. No,
it's the Vincent. It's the Vincent came out.
Alright, composure. Quite understand? Don't wait till people transition to tell them how much they mean to you. Like, don't go give them a statue now. Like, you didn't want to do it. You didn't think about it. It was important enough when it was alive. Like,
and everyone knows how much he contributed.
Yes. So why? I think as soon as you retire from your job or something like that, we should call you up and say, we're having a big dinner in honor of you, man. We're trying to show you how much we love you and how much you.
But you know, the problem is, I think, is politics.
Yes.
Politics puts a delay on those things.
It doesn't matter, but that's the thing. It shouldn't matter who's in power. Or
exactly, but it's the right thing to do.
That's when you put aside your differences, or even if you don't do it together, you are the one in power right now. You should be like, you know what? He's opposition.
Yeah, you should be honest enough
for the country. Yes,
to honor people.
You would want it done for you. So, but yeah, shout out to Mitchell family. That was one of the most loved daddy, man.
For real.
Very down to earth, talked to everybody, normal. He didn't feel like he was better than nobody. And that's the thing about most people, like, don't really rate too highly. Being a people person.
Yeah.
No one likes you because you're famous or you're fair or whatever. When you're a normal person, you can talk to people, you're down to earth, you don't shun nobody. That's where real love and respect come from.
And he earned it.
Yes.
He earned it.
But yeah, we definitely need a statue or something, man. Like, it's ridiculous going in town or wherever, and that's the only big thing to look at.
Okay, for instance, all right. So, Rihanna was recently honored as a hero. Mm-hmm. Who would you think would be St. Vincent's modern day hero? Like, we were joking, we were saying Kevin Little could have been, because he's big, but who would you say would be truly?
I don't really know anybody who made it, like, huge.
My whole thing is I just don't think no one does enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think anybody made it big enough.
Yeah, no one really.
I would say anybody who's doing anything like on like a world stage or something, like sports. Like one of the guys I used to play with in high school, Anakin School, Cornelius Stewart. He plays in I think it's Dubai or Maldives or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's still in the Vincent team, like something like him or
Wow.
the guy Rodney. He's like big in pen.
Okay.
I think he probably tours like islands and stuff.
But like nothing like
that,
yeah.
I don't know if there's anyone like really international. Or that guy was telling you about who does like films and documentary, actually.
But then
guys like that I think would get.
You're saying someone who made it big, but I just don't want someone who made it big. I want someone who actually contributes.
But that okay, so let me. Oh man,
like Rihanna has done a lot.
That guy I was telling you about, who was showing you that makes documentaries and films home. He actually has like a film, I guess, school or stuff where he teaches like younger people how to develop film, take pictures, and the photographies and stuff. So he does a lot of the documentaries about like Garifuna people, Maroon people, and all that home. Trying to keep that like culture alive.
Okay.
Because I was talking to him one time. I watched some of his stuff on YouTube, and I messaged him like, "Man, I like some of your work, man. It's not something. I like your work. It's important, you know. Show it." And him and I got into that same conversation about. Like he's like, yeah, we've been trying to do like a petition and stuff because there's no representation of Shaklee and those people for all that they did for the country. But trying to get things rolling is a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's very stagnant there. I don't know how we're gonna when. The question is truly when. I
know Barbados have like embassy in the metaverse and all that kind of thing. Like they're very ahead on a lot of things. And some people actually was like, oh, Rihanna shouldn't be no national hero. Why not?
Exactly. Why not?
Why not?
She's done a lot. She represents Barbados everywhere she goes, and she said it. I don't see the issue with that at all. But it's other countries catching up to Barbados that I don't, especially St. Vincent. I don't know.
Ackley Alton.
When?
Yes, he's an emerging filmmaker from Vincent. He does a lot of documentaries and all that things. Yeah, he does very good work.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's like groups and stuff. I think part of his heritage too is like the natives there. So he's like, the culture is dying because a lot of the older people are transitioning, the younger people not learning it. So the knowledge is not getting passed down. It's not documented. It's not displayed enough where people can actually go and learn it. You know what I mean?
I think most people, the problem is with Vinci, as I said, is the politics. More people are fixated on that, not actually truly thinking of the country on a whole and how they can contribute to bettering like the smaller communities and not just themselves, you know. But we have to see. We truly have to hope that the young people take initiative and try to change.
Yeah, it was good to see, like with the volcano that happened. In April, the way a lot of people came out. It was amazing to see.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see how much people across the world.
But it's great to see. You see, the whole volcanic eruption. Yeah. It showed the potential.
Yes.
You see, and then and there, you were able to see what people are actually capable of.
Yes.
But people are not using their potential at all.
Yeah.
People are not using their platforms. Like, people actually did things. Like, you're actually seeing people doing stuff, but it only lasted for that time. Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, I don't even think people remember. I don't even say that, but it's like,
it's news.
Yeah.
News is only for a certain time.
Mm-hmm. You know, say news on last 9 days.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The other day, one of my friends at work, he was like, "Hey, what's going on with your country? Everything's good, and everything for sale."
Right, I know.
But then I remember when I was doing like the donation, which was one of the people who donated.
Same. I get questioned all the time, and they're like,
I was even looking online to see if there's any updates. There's not much. It's not much being talked about. So I'm just like, I can only know from like what people home tell me, like my cousins and stuff. So yeah. So the last time I asked him, he was like, "Yeah, everything's okay now. A lot of it's cleaned up."
Yeah. When I tell people I'm from St. Vincent, they're like, "Oh, I think I heard about your country and what was going on." I'm like, I had to wait for it and think for a minute. I'm like, what's going on? What are they talking about? And it's like, but it's the same way, you know.
Everybody's quick to move on from stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's how it is. Yeah, but yeah, exactly like you were saying, though. You can see the potential in people, how people came together and work. Of course, there's always going to be issues no matter what happens. It doesn't matter what. But it was good to see how much people really...
Definitely.
You know, one of the best things I felt like at home is when I went by the warehouse, Kelsey Shippers. I seen a whole bunch of people in there. People just bringing in stuff everywhere. Everybody talking, working, and it's all volunteer. I was like, I never felt like so much at home in a long time. It felt really good to see how much people actually care, because it has nothing to really do with them. Some of them is not even from there. They never even heard of the country.
Right.
So that was...
Yeah, it was an experience for real.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who donated. Always thankful. A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
There's people who hadn't even talked to me in a long time. Message me like, "Hey man, where can I send some money?" I was like, "Wow, that was really, really, really hard."
And it's help. It really went a long way. But we can't just wait until something major like that happens.
Yes.
There are still people who need.
Yeah, always.
There's still people who need, and it would be nice to see people continue using their platforms and encouraging others to donate or help in any way possible.
Yeah, the only problem I have with it was one of the reasons why I kind of deactivated the link was dealing with money is a funny thing, especially with people. So for me, I posted everything because I want you to see I didn't take your money and go buy you some Jordans or something. Some people are very strange, or you just take that one, you didn't do this or whatever, or you didn't see this for people to say something. So I posted everything. Here's a receipt. It's paid, it's shipped for, they sent it. Here's the email, they received it.
Right.
All that stuff. But for me, it was like after things got back to kind of normal, most of it, I didn't want to continue leaving it there because again, you don't want people to think, oh well, you already collected the money for the donation, so what is he doing with this money type of thing.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the reasons
I can understand that.
So like, but if people still ask me, I say, oh, here's this site, here's this agency.
Okay.
You can send it directly to them.
That's great.
If you have stuff you want to give me, I don't have a problem dropping it by the warehouse.
Okay.
But money is a very funny thing with people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the most amazing thing was during COVID, when over 40 million people didn't have jobs, everybody was home, people were strapped for money. It was even more amazing to see people still give.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah.
That was really good.
Hopefully we get out of this soon. I don't know what soon is like.
2022.
I don't know. That's what we said last year.
That's what we said 2 years ago.
Exactly.
This is going on the third year. I said, 1 year should be okay. But I see everybody turn up in the summer. I was like, oh no, don't do it. Summer was ruined. Duncan Thomas. It's like, it's not real.
Why did you wait until it started affecting you? Because everybody was just so ready to get back to normal. Yeah. And it was a task. It was a true task and a test of faith for many.
Yeah.
But hopefully a lot of people are in a better position than they were around this time last year. And
another note, sorry to cut you off. A lot of people are. Last year there was over 400 millionaires made. Yeah. Due to cryptocurrency.
I agree.
People who were ready with platforms, podcasts, whatever, everything ready. There was over 400 people, over 1,000 people were millionaires from Dogecoin, the joke, the meme coin. So that's another thing. Be open-minded. Don't be so closed-minded. You know, some people, this will never work. Fake currency, you've never seen it before. Yeah. You use electricity. When's the last time you've seen it? The logic.
But as you said, a lot of people are better.
A lot of people who are ready were better. That's what happens every recession. The people who had things in place, they benefit a lot. So it was good because all these podcasts blew up because everybody was home. Now there's people who have 7-figure podcasts. Yeah. Type of thing. Or even if they didn't make money from the podcast, it was free content like this is. If y'all want, y'all can pay though. Link below. Donate. Send us a coffee for $1. Anyways.
Some people.
They had stuff to sell.
But that goes back to the same thing.
Their business moved online.
Some people did truly benefit from all of this.
Over 40 millionaires made last year alone. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Over 1,000 from a joke coin. So if you want to steal there, like Duncan Thomas, I don't see it, so it's not real. All right. Remember, there's some 12-year-old kid in the basement somewhere playing Dogecoin games and making $20,000, $40,000 a month. A month, not a year. But you want to still tell me it's fake. All right. But hey, again, make sure everything's good. Keep safe.
Yes, guys. I wish you all the best for 2022.
And 23 and all the other
May
ones.
the year be better than the last. Yes. Whatever you went through, may you come out even better.
Yes.
Next year. Be safe. Do whatever is best for you.
And your family.
But also be considerate.
Yes, very.
There are people who are dying. Okay, I'm going to tell you. There are people who are dying. Okay, and it's bad. It's bad.
She
in the
works
hospitals.
directly.
It's bad in the hospitals. Okay, guys, please.
She's not telling you what you hear from some guy in a leaky
please,
basement on YouTube.
Okay.
Socials. What?
Follow me on Instagram at I am Pig Fact. Yeah, that's it.
I am Pig Fact.
Yes, I am Pig Fact. You can also find me on Twitter.
Conceited.
It's called confidence, okay? No, I'm Capricorn.
It's cocky. I am Pig Fact. What?
It's called confidence.
Not even I think I am, or people say I am. It's,
I
am. Picked for
I am.
whatever.
Okay. Whatever you put
Picture
your
perfect,
mind
whatever
to.
it is.
Whatever you put your mind to. Okay. Confidence is key.
And what about your YouTube? Yeah, I'm doing YouTube.
Oh, Rhea Sandy. Find me on YouTube.
Links will be below for everything.
Everything will be there. So make sure you guys follow me. Keep up with us. Keep up with my brother.
Wait, what?
Continue subscribing, liking, sharing all of his content.
Yes, thanks. When I post them. I've been a little inconsistent because I've been very busy. I've been studying. Don't worry, I got a lot of stuff coming.
Thankfully, I'm here and this is happening.
Yes. I got stuff set up everywhere. That's what I'm saying. I have stuff to post, but it's just time.
I know.
Busy doing a lot of different things.
A lot has been happening.
Yes.
But we're trying.
More content coming soon.
Yes.
I don't want to just post something just to post something.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you something with some knowledge.
Same. And those who follow me is the same thing. I know I've been off this scene for a while. But, you know.
And something that's honest. I don't like just... Some people just post stuff just to post stuff. It's not.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that because I like... You know, it's the Capricorn in me. If we're going to do something, we're going to do it well. And I always tell people that. You know, if you're going to do something, you do it well. That's something our mom taught us.
Yes. And if it's something, it has to be something that makes sense.
Yes.
Something like that.
She always say, if you're going to do something, you do it well.
Yeah. I'm just half do it.
Yeah.
So y'all stop calling me conceited. I've been taught to do things properly. Keep things proper.
You see the Capricorn in me? We don't care.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Peace. Take it easy.
Ciao.
Later.